Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. For those tuning in on our simulcast on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and on X, we're glad you all could be with us today. Going to bring in our friends over on IG so they can be a part of our chat today. And last but certainly not least, going to connect with our friends over on Amazon Live. Have another great guest that's joining us today. You guys know her as a media personality. She's an author, also a speaker, and she's also hosting me in an event coming up this summer. We're going to talk about that. We're now live on the Amazon Live platform with Cyrus Ware Presents. If you guys are new to us on Amazon, welcome. Make sure you guys do hit that follow button. Going to type you guys in a welcome message over there. You'll notice the follow button is either here in this corner or down below. You also will see the book by our next guest. Stacey Thomas is back with us today. She's the author of the journal you guys can see here, released this year, Let's Be Thankful. She's also hosting me in the Power of Presence coming up, the summer edition in June. We're going to talk to her about what it's been like for her to build a platform, not only on positivity, but as a media host, hosting her show, The Stacey Thomas Show, and The Business Block, how she's been able to profile others as well. Stacey, welcome back to the broadcast.
Thank you for having me, Cyrus Webb.
Oh, it's always great to chat with you, Stacey. So, Stacey, you've been very busy this year. Anyone who's been following you on social, you've been out and about in those Virginia streets, profiling businesses, doing interviews. Talk to us about this year for you, Stacey. We're about to be halfway through 2026. What has it been like for you to reflect on all the great things you've been doing this year?
It's a great feeling. Everything that's been going on has been a surprise, but hey, I
Mm.
always say you don't know what God has for you. And when I look back at last year, no, I did not think that I would be doing the things that I am doing this year.
Mhm.
So as I reflect back on the years prior, Cyrus, and where I am today, I'm thankful for what I have gone through, what I have learned,
Mhm.
because everything before now is helping me now.
Mm. I love that. And Stacey, you're very good at what you do. And I've said this to you before. When it comes to your show, I've had the privilege of being a guest on your show, the Stacey Thomas Show. You're very good at it. You really do make the guests feel comfortable. So, I know that has to feel good. When you hear from guests, though, about their experience with you, when you hear from those who are just viewing it and talking about how much they enjoy it, does it feel like you're doing exactly what you're meant to be doing?
Yes, it does. And it's a good feeling to know that not only is this what I'm trying to do, but when I receive a review, or when someone says they saw the show and they are actually seeing the very thing that I was hoping would happen, it makes me feel proud of what I'm doing, Cyrus. And it lets me know, even during times where I think, oh, is this really for me? It's
Mm.
always a reminder, this is what you're supposed to do.
Right. So talk about that. Because one thing I did not mention in my introduction is you also are an ALS advocate. Was that kind of the beginning of your finding your voice, Stacey, or when did you know that you were doing what you were meant to be doing?
It was it was when I really realized what I was supposed to be doing, Cyrus,
Hmm.
because losing my mother to ALS disease, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, when you see someone go from being very healthy to laying in a bed that cannot walk, talk, laugh, or anything for themselves, it makes you want to do better. It makes you want to live. It makes you think, what if that was me?
Hmm.
So it puts a fire up under you, Cyrus, to like look at yourself and whatever it is that God is giving you. You can hear people say it online. You can hear people say this, use what God is giving you, but we don't always act on it, right?
Right.
But it makes you want to be a better person. It made me want to be a better person, and it made me want to really figure out, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing, God? I'm going to work on it.
Yeah. And you've been able to build this platform. As I said, I've been a guest on the Stacey Thomas Show. You also have your show, The Business Block. That's where you've really been active in the community. And I remember us when we had the conversation, when you told me you were going to be starting this show and building this platform, this place. I think it's an interesting thing, Stacey. So talk to us about the Business Block and kind of what was the spark that made you want to be able to highlight the businesses that were in your area.
Wow. So, walking downtown Petersburg, Virginia, not very far from my home, but I never paid attention to everything. So I started seeing a lot of small business owners, right, Cyrus?
Mm-hmm.
Not big names, small names, new businesses that had been there a while, but I'm 15 miles away and I've never heard of it. So I said, man, wouldn't that be neat to promote business owners, to give them a platform to talk about what they've created? So I'm riding down the road, Cyrus, after that thought came to me. And I've learned, Cyrus, sometimes, I'm just asking God, because I haven't made the right decisions all the time. And I said, well, what would I call it? And the business block came to me.
Mm-hmm.
And what will the business block actually be for business owners, entrepreneurs, and change makers? It'll be a platform for them to be able to gain a new audience, Cyrus, to have new people maybe stop by their business, contact them or whatever. So I feel like I'm like making a difference, Cyrus, because
Mm-hmm.
there are people that don't know about Cyrus Webb, perhaps, but because Stacy wants to speak a little about Cyrus because she can't sell Cyrus, it leads people to those business owners.
Yeah. I think that's a great thing. And that leads us to something bigger I want to talk to you about, Stacy, because I think for our audience out there, as we're about to be, as I mentioned, halfway through the year already, there are people who I'm just going to be very blunt and say hypocritical in the way that they see themselves and what they're doing, right? Because here it is, we will say, well, I know things take time, or I know this isn't going to happen overnight. We all hear people say that all the time. We hear the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. But then we still expect things to happen the afternoon or that night, you know what I'm saying, or the next day. What helps you to be balanced in your view, Stacy, of what you're building with the business block and everything that you're doing, and know the importance of putting in the work, but knowing that it's not going to happen, maybe even in the time frame that you want it to happen?
Two things. Number one, God will keep reminding you what you're supposed to do. Something will
Okay.
happen. Something will happen.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing, God connects you with a publicist named Cyrus Webb. And this is the honest truth. And I'm not saying it because you're my publicist.
Yeah.
You have truly been a blessing to me. And when you bring up the hypocritical thing, you've called me out on that. You
Me?
told me that
Wait a
I
minute.
was being a
Wait, hold on,
hypocrite.
Stacy. I did that?
You did that. Are you
Oh.
Cyrus? So, so those are like the two main things. Because when I get down on myself, it's
Yeah.
always like I said, God reminds me. And Cyrus, with the classes that you give, the consultations that we receive, the messages that we give, it's a great thing. You may not think of yourself as this, but you are indeed an accountability partner,
Mm.
because it's very important to have a Cyrus Webb or to have someone there, because a lot of times we'll beat ourselves up. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Right.
I'm very thankful for what I have going on, because I'm not so sure if I wasn't part of your team, if I wasn't surrounding myself with the right people, that I wouldn't be still sitting there saying, I'd like to do this, I'd like to do that, and not taking action.
Yeah. Well, I thank you for that. I don't think I'm the person you described a moment ago about. I don't think that's me. No, I'm just joking. But I will say this, Stacy. As I said in the beginning, I believe in you. I've said this to you even
Thank
outside of the
you.
show. I believe in you. I respect what you do. I do think because of my own experiences, I have realized the importance of just keeping your head down and just doing the work, not focusing on time frames, not working on who's doing what else. And
Right.
they seem like they're just running ahead, because a lot of times what happens quick does not last,
Right.
because people don't appreciate it and they may not even be ready for it, you
Right.
know? And so I've appreciated having patience myself, which is why I try to instill that in people I work with, because that way I know what it's like to sit with it, to spend time with it, to nurture it, and when I see things happening with it, to be able to make the changes. And a lot of times we don't give ourselves that time. Well, it's interesting you bring that up though, because this journal, which I'm going to highlight on our Amazon side, is a great example of your patience. You and I had a conversation about you wanted to do this journal, and my thought was, okay, let's do it. Um, how does it feel to have the Let's Be Thankful, which is part of your branding? You say that all the time. How does it feel to have from that being an idea to now being a journal?
It's a feeling of, wow, look where I'm at now,
Mm-hmm.
because it is so different than what I started doing.
Yeah.
A lot of times we think that this is what we're going to do, this is what we're meant to do. But as you grow, as you go through things, whether it's your career, family loss, relationships, you realize you're building an audience. You could be building an audience for something different,
Yeah.
right? There was a blessing from my mother. There was a blessing during that storm when I left my mother, when I
Mm-hmm.
lost my mother. So actually putting it on paper, words that have been given to me that I believe God has given me to not only bless me, to motivate me, to lift me up on days that I'm down. I'm excited that I'm sharing it with other people,
Right.
because a lot of times we don't have those people that are in our circle that will take the time to say it's going to be all right. They're too busy maybe being selfish or focusing on their self.
Mm-hmm.
So now, when things get rough or I start to get down, the journal can be picked up and I open it to the right page to motivate me, Cyrus. And I'm hoping that's what it does for other people.
I love that. And I want to mention to that point, for those who have not gotten their journal, you can get yours today for only $9.99 here on Amazon. I bought my own. Stacy didn't give me
Thank
this one.
you. Thank you.
I had to buy it.
Thank you.
But when we get together, I'll be able to have her sign it, which we're going to be doing that in June, which I'll remind you. This message says God keeps showing up and showing out during storms. How has that message helped you, Stacy, to know that even when storms are raging, that God is still there?
Because I reflect back on things that God has really surprised me. This thing called faith, you don't know if you really have enough, right, Cyrus?
Hmm.
Like I said, losing my mother to ALS disease was a terrible storm, but look at how I'm bold enough now to talk about it and to help other people.
Right.
I saw my sister. Um, we were told my sister was rushed to the emergency room. The doctors said, say goodbye. Having a talk with God, my sister is now well, walking around, taking care of herself when man said no. So going through storms, I tell myself and I tell other people, look back. Look back at what you've gone through. And if you made it through that, if a blessing came through that, what makes you think this storm today won't pass?
Mm, yeah. Such a great reminder. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, welcome. You're watching Cyrus Represents here on Amazon Live, but we're simulcasting on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and on IG. Stacey Thomas is back with us. You guys know her as I Am Stacey Thomas across social media. She's a best-selling author. She's also a media personality. She's also someone who's been able to build her own platform as well. And she just released a new thing before we get into the event coming up, the Power of Presence, the summer edition. Congratulations to you again,
Thank you.
Stacey, on your new newsletter. Talk to us about that.
Oh, Cyrus, listen, I'm just like, look at God, right? Look at God showing up and showing out. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get so excited.
No, go ahead.
I am really, really excited. So the thought came to me, you sit on things and you want things, right? And then the thought came to me, the business block. What about a newsletter? You got these platforms. You're on Conversations Radio network, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're on a Richmond station. These platforms. What are you gonna do with them, Stacy? What else can I do? A newsletter. Everybody's not on social media, right, Cyrus?
Right.
Everybody's not on the I Am Stacey Thomas page. I need people to know who I am and what I want to help them with.
Right.
So, not starting off with a huge newsletter, did the May issue, double-sided, and the reaction from people when I hand them the newsletter, Cyrus,
Mhm.
It makes me smile. It
Yeah.
actually makes me smile because I'm like, it's not just social media now. You don't have to be on Facebook. I can still reach out to you and tell you about the people I've connected with.
Right. I love that. And seeing you do the videos, being able to take them to libraries and being able to share them there has to be a great feeling. But I think that's the other thing what we were talking about here, Stacey, is I believe this. Now, not everyone believes what I'm about to say, and I totally get that, and they have their reasons. But the field of dream adage has proven true for me. If you build it, they will come. Now, again, it may not happen in the time frame you want it to happen, but I have seen it in my own life. If you build something, if people see that it's something that can be trusted, they will come. Now that leads us to the Power Present, the summer edition. Again, let me tell y'all before I say this. Don't tell Stacey I mentioned this. But when we did our first Power Present, I told Stacey, I said it's gonna do well. She's like, I don't know. It's my first one. I don't know. I said, Stacey, don't worry about it. It's gonna be great. And Stacey, it was great. The first
It,
one was great.
it was. It was.
So
It was.
Stacey, I accept your apology.
I'm sorry, Cyrus. I'm sorry.
But no, in all seriousness, Stacey, how did you feel after the first one happened?
Very good. Very pleased. Very pleased. And it made me even, it was a reminder like, don't be negative about it before it happens. Do your best. And to hear from the others and to have videos submitted to me, statements submitted to me on how great it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great feeling. And Cyrus,
Mm-hmm.
to be in a room, and someone pointed this out to me, to
Mm-hmm.
be in a room and everybody is writing,
Mm-hmm.
there's no talking amongst themselves.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not writing, they're staring up at Cyrus Webb. Stacy did her dang thing when she brought Cyrus Webb to Petersburg, Virginia.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm making a note of don't be negative before it happens in case I find someone that I have to remind of that. I'm writing it down on my calendar here so I can screenshot it. So that leads
I
us to the
can't with
Power of
you.
Presidency, this
I
summer
can't.
edition coming up on June the 26th and 27th. So I'm coming back to Petersburg, Virginia. I'm very excited about that. Stacey is bringing me back. We have some great things that are happening. We also, not only do we have great things that are happening, we also were going to have classes as well. So all of this is going to be coming up that you guys can be able to be a part of, which I'm very excited about. Stacey, I think, the thing is for people who are watching us, I think that, for them to be a part of this is one thing, but I think, for them to be able to see what's possible is another. What do you want people to know about what is possible when it comes to pursuing your goals and dreams?
I guess the main thing is if God gave it to you,
Mm-hmm.
don't stress so much on what you can't do.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on what you can do. Follow people or connect with people that can teach you, that are going to motivate you, and work with what you have and trust that anything else you need will be given to you. But
Right.
never, ever, for me, I have to share this with you. If it's the fear or what you got going on in here
Mm-hmm.
telling you you can't do it, then you got to figure out a way to beat your own thoughts
Yeah.
and just do it.
Yeah. And quite honestly, I talk about this, Stacey, as you know a lot. I have the same problems. I'm just like everyone else. I have those things I get in my head sometimes about things. And so I think it's a normal thing, but it's something that all of us have to daily be able to combat. So let's talk about what's happening here. Again, it's coming up, the Power Presence, the summer edition Friday. There's going to be the class there, as you can see there, building your personal brand as well as affiliate marketing. So this is going to be great for authors, for business owners, those who want to be influencers, brands. That's going to be great for you guys. Also, Stacey's going to be hosting a book signing there in Petersburg, Virginia on Saturday from 10 to 1. I'm going to be a part of that as well as Stacey and others too. We have more information coming out about that. And then there are more classes coming up on Saturday as well. Being social on social media, for anyone on social media, it's going to be a great class for you guys to be able to learn the proper way to use that platform and to be able to be strategic in doing it. We have a class on marketing, again, great for authors, for anyone out there who wants to be able to has a business, both an in-person business or a virtual business or a digital business. That's going to be great for you guys. And then the last class is going to probably be the biggest class, I believe, Stacy, of the whole weekend. And that is YouTube success. Stacy has been taking the tips I've been sharing with her. She's seeing growth on her own YouTube channel. My other clients have as well. We're going to be showing you guys why all of you should have a YouTube channel and how you can be able to really be able to use it. Stacy, what are you looking forward to the most from this upcoming event in June?
Meeting people.
Okay.
Seeing the ones that will return, the excitement, the feedback that I will get.
Yeah.
Because like the last event, I'm expecting this to happen again. When you're learning, actually learning, and I have to throw this in, and when you're learning for much less than what you would normally pay, it's great seeing people leave out smiling and excited as if sitting in that class lit a fire beneath them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a great thing. I'm not a jealous person. I'm not an envious person.
Right.
I want to see what you do with what you've learned so I can cheer for you.
Right.
And that's what I'm excited about, because I know it's going to be good. Like, it's almost like I know a secret. I'm going to share it with you, you know, and I can't wait to see how you react, because I know you're going to enjoy yourself.
I agree. Speaking of one of the individuals, Iris Bowling is joining us over on IG. Hey, Iris, good to see you. Iris was there with us at the first one there in February. Was that February? That was February, wasn't it?
February.
Isn't that crazy? It's crazy how fast time is flying.
Yeah.
But Stacy brought up a really good point, and let's talk about the cost, because you can attend all of the classes there, and you guys see there's 5 classes for only $100. Now, to put that in perspective, I charge $97 a class when I teach these classes. The class on personal branding, affiliate marketing, social media, I charge $97 per, and Stacy can attest to this, for each one of those classes. You guys are getting all 5 classes for what I charge for one. And I'm only doing that because of Stacy and because I'm looking forward to Petersburg. And I had some great food while I was there too. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, I did. But I'm excited about being able to come back to Petersburg, Virginia, and to meet you guys, to be able to pour into you guys, but also to be able to see, as Stacy said, what you guys are able to do with this. So, Stacy, a lot is going on. They'll be seeing more about this as we kind of go throughout the next weeks. But again, the Power of Presence, the summer edition, coming up in June. We hope to be able to see you guys there June 26th and 27th. But also, we want you guys to get Stacy's book, Let's Be Thankful, here on Amazon as well. Stacy, it is always great being able to check in with you. How can our audience stay connected with you?
Thank you for everything, Cyrus Webb. And for those who want to connect with me or follow me, Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, I am Stacy Thomas.
All right. Well, Stacy, congratulations to you again. Excited about what's to come and looking forward to our next chat together.
Thank you, Cyrus. Thank you, everyone.
More than welcome. We thank you, our audience, for tuning in to another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.